Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful 4th of July holiday. Now that holiday is behind us, we're now really into the summer. And over the weekend, and as a matter of fact, and yesterday, as I was getting ready for our July boot camp that starts on Thursday, tomorrow, man, I came up with a boatload of new things. And I'm going to be scrambling to get all of this information into the content of our July boot camp, along with some new scripts and some new strategies. So I'm not going to be going over conversations this morning. In fact, a lot of things are changing. And Debbie, that's not one of the things we're going to talk about. Debbie noticed that LinkedIn slows down sending a post to 10 people individually. That's right. You have to pace yourself. You have to take your time. There are a lot of things that are changing. You can enroll better prospects in less time with some of these new features, build a highly motivated team over the rest of the summer, become a leader and a top earner. Now, it all comes down at the end of the day to conversation. How you put yourself out there, how you present yourself to be the person that your ideal prospect would want to know, sets everything up. Sets everything up. You can finish the year at a higher level with a bigger team and roll in the new year in a totally different place than you are now. And it all starts with your profile. We're going to be putting the finishing touch. I know a number of you have reached out to my staff regarding our group coaching program. And we're going to be putting the finishing touches on this tomorrow. 6 people, all working together over July and August, right? To support at maxsteingart.com. And one of my staff members will give you a call. Tonight, how to become a top earner in your business this year using LinkedIn. And it all starts, everything begins with what people see. Now, LinkedIn, as we've been talking about for months, is being swamped with people who are creating profiles. Here's a perfect example. All right, I got this morning. This message may contain unwanted or harmful content. Whoever reached out to me to make that connection was already identified and the account was canceled. They're canceling accounts like crazy. And if you're not careful, you could get your account suspended if you do the wrong things. So let's take a look at so Waylon, you're just getting started. Debbie, I should be doing conversations at 4. Now, I'm constantly asked questions about my coaching program. And I've got a number of folks here that have asked about it. Boot camps are group coaching sessions where we work with 400 to 500 people at a time. The sessions are usually 2 to 2.5 hours. We spend an hour creating your page, connecting with people, communicating and closing. And then, of course, in this boot camp, we have a 5th session, the daily routine of top earners. You have all the tools, the profile guide, the scripts book. This month's boot camp, we're going to be adding some additional scripts. You jump on our Ask Max sessions for additional help. But it's in a group setting. Now, coaching is for people that want their hands held and that want to go faster. You pop over here. Sam went through is actually a coaching student now. We started working together in March. And he sent me this. Been a crazy 2 weeks since our last coaching session. I sponsored 12 people just with the one call. I'm in your account. I adjust your settings. I show you who to search for. I give you the scripts. And then I turn you loose. Depending upon how many connections you have on LinkedIn, you could expect faster results. The more connections you have, the better. And of course, it all depends on what you're selling. Actually, it doesn't matter what you're selling. So I've been on Zoom for almost 5 to 6 hours a day, teaching the people that he's working with. Now, once you learn it and you understand who to search for, and you're all different. That was in April. Then I got this. It's hard to believe that I'm writing this to testify to my success. I've always wanted to send you a testimony. Thanks so much for your coaching, Max. I've added 21 team members in the last 3 weeks, still growing by the day. 21, 3 weeks, it's 21 days. It's one person a day. Your coaching is exceptional. Your way of coaching gave me the reassurance to go from where I was for a few months, stuck, not going forward, getting rejection after rejection, to signing up 90% of the people that he talks to. I got so busy, I haven't been able to attend the last boot camp and your Zoom sessions. My business is taken off and I won't be able to stop it even if I wanted to. Private coaching is either 7 hours or 10 hours, working one-on-one with me. Now, in group coaching, I'm going to be working with 6 people over July and August. There'll be a total of 8 sessions. Each session is going to run about an hour. And working with 8 people, we're going to step you through the entire process. Your cost for group coaching is $1,500. That is a bargain. Now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to arrange to work with 6 people in the same company. And we've already set up 2 coaching sessions where I'm going to be working with people in 2 unique companies. I'm not sure how many more of these group sessions we're going to do. So if anybody is interested in group coaching, write to support@maxeinhardt.com. However, we're closing this off at the end of the day. We're going to get back to our other routine. Waylon, you're just getting started, and I understand you're in a health and wellness company, and you're in PLS. You can promote both. So I unmuted you now for a minute, Waylon.
You hear me?
I can hear you. So talk to me about, we talked once before, didn't we?
We did. We
Okay.
sure did.
All right. So your background, I mean, you've got a pretty extensive background. You've done a lot of things.
Yes, sir. I have that.
That's what needs to be added here.
Yeah, I've got printed off the profile guide, and I was going to do that this week, but I've got 6 grandkids visiting, and we've been busy. Oldest one's 10, so we've been kind of busy all week. But I'm going to get it done before tomorrow night.
Okay, good. All right, good. Well, yeah, family first. So get this crack and get this up. tomorrow night, we're going to be jumping into creating your profile. And for all of you that are participating in boot camp, please go through the profile guide. Now, there have been a number of new additions that have taken place on LinkedIn that are pretty significant. I'm going to show you one. When you go to set up your profile, you come down here. So there are a number of features that they've added. They've added things with your posts. Now, if you're using their premium service, everybody can see you and anybody can reach out to you. You want to make sure that your education and your current position is listed in the intro. And they've added something new, custom action. Which will enable you to add a few buttons. Brand new. So in boot camp, we're going to show you whether you want to use it or not, the pluses and the minuses for doing that. The changes that they've made with celebrations. They're now letting you know the reactions that people are getting. They're telling you how long you've been connected with these people. So they're doing a lot to speed up the process. So at the end of the day, taking advantage of some of these things is going to be a big help. The big thing that you all have to recognize is that the sooner you could identify whether the person on the other end is somebody that you want to talk to or not, the more successful you're going to be. At the end of the day, it all comes down to conversation. Who are you talking to? Are these people prospects for your business? We also have some new studies, new examples. All right. And we heard from for those of you that have been following Bunme, talking to the colonel, that sign him up in the business. It's not with a free version, Ann. All right. Let's come up here.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, hi, Amy.
Hi.
I'm sorry, Amelia.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
I think we spoke for a moment the other day, and I was supposed to call you, but things kind of got
Yeah, 4th of July in the middle.
a little crazy with the holiday. So what are you trying to sell? Or what are you marketing?
No, actually, I've been doing everything on Facebook, and I heard you the day before I entered to the webinar. I watched one YouTube of you, and that is why I entered here. But I have done anything with Lincoln yet, because this that you see here are my 2 jobs, actual jobs. The 3 that you see there, those are my 3 jobs.
Yeah. Okay. When you say
But
that
I'm signed with Maleluca. So,
okay.
so when I heard you, I said, okay, I'm going to follow you to see how can I make leads with Maleluca, but I'm still have to have these 3 jobs yet.
Okay, so these 3 jobs. So that means you're working for somebody, somebody's paying you to
Yes.
do these things?
Yes, I'm working for Triple P America as a trainer and the other 2 as providers here in Palm Beach.
Oh, you're in my old neck of the woods.
I
used to live on Singer Island.
No, I'm in Jupiter.
Ah, okay, you're right up the
Very
road.
close.
Okay,
So the idea that I have, because these are nonprofit organizations, they're very, very, other than the first one that I'm going to continue, the other, I'm trying to replace my income of these 2, the second and third one
Mhm.
are with Maleluca. That's my idea. And also I'm trying to build my own business of providing that online myself instead of continue being on, working for nonprofit that I've been done all my life until now that finally my children are big. So my idea is mostly with Lincoln after following you is to work to continue, showing myself as a professional, as a parent educator, but also Maleluca or selling Maleluca, right?
Mhm. Now, talk to me, so what I'm hearing you say is that you basically want to continue to go on and be a coach,
Yes,
but coaching your own material.
exactly.
Okay. Have any idea what you're gonna charge or what you're gonna cover, what you're gonna teach?
Yes, well, these parenting programs are already, how can I say, I will sell the whole program, for example, a group sessions, that would be 8 sessions
Mhm.
of 2 hours weekly. And consulting with a coach, they told me I could charge like 997 is what she said, but I'm still in that phase of making my mindset, but since when you work for nonprofit, always I work without charge. So it's really hard for me to
Yeah.
think, oh my God, these people can get it for free. How can I just charge that? So I know that I have to sell myself, right? So
Well, your profile is what sells yourself,
mhm.
okay? And I mean, that's the thing that that's the thing. You could charge anything. And the key is, what are you gonna charge?
But then I'm doing that on the side, I'm preparing how to do that and how to promote that.
Mhm.
But when I heard this, I wanted to see how can I promote, the Maleluca business without changing my whole.
I got you.
Mhm.
Okay, now, how long have you been in Malibu?
I've been since 2019. Basically I've been customer because right when I got in, I got to director too, like in 2 months with the fund space, and then it stopped because like you say, I only work with nonprofit and work from home. I'm like you, I think you already found that I have a little accent. I'm not from here, so my social circle is not big. So it came a moment that, after you already reach your friends and people that
Yeah.
then you become a harasser, right? So
Well, yeah, right. So you're gonna be able to leave your friends and your family alone.
exactly. That's why I love what I saw from you. And I've tried to do that on Facebook by posting and reels and interacting and everything that coaches in Maleluca tells you, but it's been like impossible.
Yeah. Are you, how do I find you on LinkedIn? I'm sorry, on Facebook.
Ame, AME,
All right.
Baena, my last name Baena, Baena, and then that one, the second one, Medina. So yeah. So I put my professional profile.
Um. Ah. Okay, now what's,
Because I signed with this, I don't know if you know, a system that is called TPN that Maleluca allows, because all what I hear is that they're very
Well, there are a number, up until about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, Malaluka was not a social media friendly company.
Exactly.
Except I've been working with 8 corporate directors for the last 17, 18 years, and who recognized that social networks like AOL, MySpace, LinkedIn, Facebook are the way to build a business. So as a result of that, we used to chuckle, when you hit executive or you hit senior director, when the company calls you up to congratulate you, just don't tell them you're doing it on Facebook or LinkedIn. Okay. So, but you're not going to put anything on your profile that talks about Malaluka. Now, I notice you have Facebook came out with a professional version,
Yes.
okay, which is what you're using. And believe it or not, it's not as effective
Okay.
as the old-fashioned version. So one of the things that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to revert back to that.
Converted. Okay.
Okay. And then looking at,
That's my.
well, so let's look over here. So you got about 894 people. No, you're following 894 people, and you got 761 people that are following you. And most of the time, your followers are also your friends.
Yes.
So if we come over here, yeah, you want to hide all of it. No, what were you going to say?
Let me ask you, because this person that on the right, Janet Lifton, just say if you know, it just happened that it looks like she's a hacker. She started asking me things for real estate and things that are not, and then I block her, but I didn't know if how to make her not continue following me.
Oh, well, yeah, well, you can do that. I'm
Okay.
not in your account. So yeah, you can,
I block her?
yeah. Well,
Okay.
what you do is it's a process. You go in there to unfriend her
Yeah, I unfriend her and then block.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
It
okay.
happens. It
I was
happens.
worried because, so now, okay. So yeah, yes, I signed yesterday on your bootcamp, but I didn't receive any confirmation, and I went on to my card and it says PayPal pending. So I don't know if I'm signed or not.
Well, you didn't pop your phone number in the LinkedIn chat. I just sent you a little message.
Okay.
I'll have, everybody was off yesterday, so
Yes. I imagine that it was
We'll take,
of July.
we'll take a look. I was able to spend about 4 hours on the water, so I'm still mellow. I go sailing for 4 hours, and it's like I've been on a 2-week vacation.
I'll go sailing in 1 month. And
Really?
yeah, south of France.
Well, I'll tell you something. South of France, South Biscayne Bay, anywhere, anytime you're on the water, it's a wonderful thing. But if you pop your phone number in there, I'll try to give you a call
Okay.
this afternoon,
Yes,
or we can set up a time.
yeah, it has to be because it's like I tell you, I'm like a social worker, so I work like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a parent educator, but I work for a nonprofit, and it's like one after the other.
Mhm.
But I have 5 p.m. I have time if it is good for you.
Okay, I'll do it after. Okay, I'll call you right after 5.
Okay.
I had a friend, one of the first, when I was building a network marketing business, and I was using AOL. I had a friend that was a social worker in Chicago, And she used to pop on, LinkedIn, AOL had pretty much what Facebook has, what all the social networks have. Is you've got back, but in AOL, we called it your buddy list. So over here on the right, these are all people that you're connected to. You could see when they're online, they could see when you're online. AOL had it. So I used to talk to Carol. She'd pop on around 8 o'clock, 8:30. She was a social worker for the Chicago school system. And she also had a private practice. So I never really, there was no need, there was no clear, need. So I never talked about the business. She was just a very, very sharp lady.
Mhm.
So our company used to have events. I mean, literally, we had 1 or 2 big events in different cities every month. So we had an event in Dallas and Chicago the same weekend. And the Chicago event was going to have Les Brown speaking. And so what I used to do is I used to build my business around the events. So I would reach out, I prospected in the Chicago area, prospect in the Dallas area. I'm coming to Chicago or Dallas in 3 weeks for a mini convention, for a business conference and a mini vacation. And that's how I used to start conversation with people. So when I mentioned to her that I'm, about 3 weeks, I'm coming to Chicago for, a conference, and Les Brown, as soon as I mentioned Les Brown, she was all over it. Okay. I mean, I love Les Brown. Can I go? I said, sure. So as we got closer to the event, I only had 2 people that I was going to meet in Chicago, but I had 16 people to meet at the Texas event.
Uh-huh.
So I called her up and says, Carol, listen, I'm not coming to Chicago. I got to go to Texas. But I can still make arrangements for you to go to this event, and I'll set it up for you. So, when you go to these company events, when you walk in, they used to give you a name tag. You fill out your name. And if you had a red framed tag, you were a guest. If you had a blue framed tag, then you were, a distributor. So I called up the organizer, introduced myself, said, listen, I got a friend that's coming. Could you please, extend every possible courtesy? All right, so she walks in, she's a guest, and there's nobody with her. So she had like 6 people, all distributors, all over her. Can we help you? Can we ask questions? And it turned out that Les Brown had his own organization in our company. So I never tell her anything about the business, okay? But it was a 24-hour-a-day self-help motivating company. Great information. But I never told her about it because she never existed. I mean, the woman was busy.
Yeah.
So the people at the event pushed it, trying to sell it to her. They even brought her back to meet Les Brown. Okay. Now, they're all telling her, I mean, this is a wonderful business. But if you're going to do the business, you need to be working with somebody that lives in Chicago, that can hold your hand, that can nurture you and mentor you and everything else. And she says, yeah, but if I was going to do the business, I'd do it with my friend Max. Well, Max is in Palm Beach. You can't do this business. You need the closeness if you really want to be successful. And then she said, well, how do you think I got here? It's for my friend in Palm Beach. So in any event, they did such a hard sell. In fact, even Les Brown, autographed the book, gave her the impression that his top people were going to work with her. They were going to help her. Well, can you help? Can you help? She's busy. Can you help me do this on AOL? And they're going, you don't do this on AOL. Okay, you do this, you know, make a list of your friends, blah, 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 blah. But I'm here because of my friend who's on AOL. And end of the story. When she came back from the event, she wanted to get into the business with me.
With you.
Okay, now here's the best part, because I had no idea. In addition to being a social worker for the Chicago school system and then having her own practice afterwards, I mean, I'm figuring she's one busy lady. She had been in and out of network marketing companies before.
Yeah.
One of her side things, she was the president of the Social Workers Association for the state. Who knew? Talk about being connected to somebody that had a large circle of influence. She was in love with the concept of bringing into people's homes, you know, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, all these people that could help educate people and make them better. So in August, at our company event, it was the following year. She was just made president of the whole organization. We had 15 state presidents from the different associations at our event in Dallas, where they were all excited about, you know, being distributors and getting this incredible increasing the customers. And it was at that event that the company announced that we're no longer going to be promoting the channel. We're going to be promoting prepaid legal. And these women were, what about the channel? Oh, they told us they were still going to do it. And they didn't. You know, 5 months later, the channel was gone. Things change. So what attracts people to the business can change. Companies change. It's one of the reasons why we're going to, we're teaching everybody how, when you find an unhappy network marketer, the leaders in my company went to other companies. And as a result of that, you know, they wanted me to train their groups. They all wanted me to join their companies. But I was invited to speak at a NECAN event in Anaheim, California, and Debbie was there. I put together, my training program. I spoke in front of, it was a breakout session with about 2,000 people, and I sold about $20,000 worth of programs. And it opened up a whole new world for me, because so many people in this business are orphans. They got into a business, they got nobody to work with, nobody to help them, but everybody wanted to build a business online, and nobody was teaching it. So it launched my career, and next month I'll be celebrating 27 years. And it's, folks, I used to have to convince people to go on America Online to build a business. Well, I haven't had to convince people to go to Facebook. And now I don't have to convince people to go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where you all want to be. So Amelia, send me your number on LinkedIn, and I'll give you a call after 5 and give you some pointers.
Okay.
All
So
right. As for
on a message on LinkedIn, I will send them my phone
Yeah.
number. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Thank
Yeah. And
I will revert my Facebook to
yeah,
the regular way. Okay.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. And I will be back this afternoon.
Okay.
You all take care.
Thank you.
And if you haven't registered for boot camp yet, folks, there's still time.
I did, but I did so.
I'm gonna check it and make
So,
sure.
but I didn't know, I couldn't find it. Just one question. What are the times of the boot camps, like the schedule?
Yeah, you're gonna get, we sent out a notice to everybody yesterday. The boot camp sessions are on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights.
Okay.
They're recorded. They start at 9 o'clock. Usually they go to 11. And then, of course, you jump on these Ask Max sessions for additional, but I'm gonna check to make sure that you got in